The first pick in the 2020-2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals,
the Jacksonville Jaguars select
Joe Burrow, quarterback, LSU.
Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
And college football fans will remember that Burrow-Lawrence matchup from the title game back in 2020. Let's check in now at the Domino's pregame headquarters as we welcome in Jeremy Fowler from Cincinnati. And Jeremy, it's been a bit of a rough start, right, for Trevor Lawrence and the winless Jags. But what are his teammates saying about the #1 overall pick as they play tonight?
Laura, Trevor is a winner. Those are the exact words from defensive end Josh Allen when I asked him about Lawrence's 0-3 start. Allen said, look, Lawrence doesn't care about back-to-back #1 picks playing against each other or what Burrow did at LSU to Lawrence's Clemson Tigers in the national title game. The guy just wants to get a W for us. He was 86-4 in high school and college, which is a crazy record, so they believe he's just going to figure this out eventually. But the feeling after talking to coaches and players is, look, we have to play mistake-free football around Lawrence. They know he can make the splash play, the wow play, but they want to give him some more manageable third downs, some shorter throws, a little more play action, a little more solidified running game. Expect to see all those options tonight.
Jeremy, I like the sounds of that for Lawrence. As for Burrow, now in year 2, right, no longer a rookie, how vocal is he with his coaches and teammates?
Well, Bengals coaches are basically letting him just go do his thing. He has taken full ownership of the offense. I heard this great example last week in Pittsburgh. During a break in the action, Burrow walked over to Coach Zach Taylor, said, I want a go ball to Jamar Chase here. Next play, he got his go ball to Chase in the end zone. And so the word out of Cincinnati is that Burrow's feeling liberated right now off the ACL. They love that he's moving around, trying to shake dudes in the open field because his game is all about toughness. So the fact that he's actually willing to run and scramble shows that he is totally removed from that ACL rehab.
Yeah, I love to hear it. And just about 4 hours away from kickoff of Week 4 in the NFL. Thanks so much to Jeremy Fowler for joining us. And we heard Jeremy mention Jamar Chase. So here's a look at his impact in heat map form. Check this out. Burrow has connected with Chase on 3 passes, 30-plus yards downfield. His average completion to his former college teammate, 15 yards past the line of scrimmage. His furthest completion to anyone else is just 17 yards downfield, while the average connection is under 5 yards. So, Dan and Keith, what does the tape say about the Burrow-Chase connection?
Well, the drafting of Jamar Chase was justified because coming out of draft, Key was like, you could put him out there as a receiver and he can go beat man coverage. Third down the other day, he ran a route and I was like, man, that was so sweet. Now, I want everyone to see it. That's Jamar Chase at the top. It's third down. You're going to get a certain coverage from Pittsburgh. This is going to be an easy completion for Joe Burrow. I want to rewind it because so everybody at home knows the coverage from Pittsburgh is 2-man. That safety's got to half the field. Key, you know this. This corner right here, his job is to play inside leverage in 2-man, meaning he's going to be trailing Jamar Chase in between the receiver and the quarterback. And the big thing is to never allow the receiver to win inside. So, Key, my question to you, what's the most important thing for Jamar Chase at the line of scrimmage to beat that man coverage?
Well, he knows automatically that this corner is a potato, which means he's raw. All you got to do is stab him and get outside, keep your leverage. Now you run it off the safety.
No, okay, now teach me that. Why do you mean running it off that safety and not the corner who's got him in man coverage?
He's a french fry. He's cooked. Don't worry about him. I can't feel him. My eyes goes directly to the safety. And now I can do what I need to do.
Okay. Now there's that out route right there. That's perfect. Now, Key, you want to tell everybody at home a little bit of something that you want to see Jamar Chase do better for the future.
And it will happen for the future. Once he got to here, continue to keep pushing.
You want him to push
a little bit more. Now take a higher angle and allow your quarterback to bring you back down. Give room, leave room for error. Don't allow him to throw the ball out of bounds. So if you leave room for error, he's got all that space for you. See how close that is to the sideline? I don't like that. But it'll happen over time.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you think he did this because he won so much at the top? Do you think Jamar Chase is like, wait, I left the corner so early I could flatten it off?
Absolutely. Very hungry to get the meal. He got the meal now, right?
Okay.
He got it.
Now, I love that, Jeremy. This is the Jeremy Fowler go route. And I love that he talked about it because this is what stood out to me on key on this one because this is the go route Joe Burrow asked for. Now, Joe Burrow was already 1, 2, 3 in the shotgun, put his foot in the ground. This ball was snapped at about the 35-yard line. Jamar's at about the 25-yard line, but this is what stood out to me, Key. That corner is still 3 or 4 yards on top of Jamar Chase. How can Joe Burrow already be letting go of that football?
Well, 1,000 reps, all the way back to LSU, off season, all trust.
Okay.
So we've done this a million times together. Plus, I know at about 15 to 20, I'm going to throw it. You go get it. That's all I need you to do. If it's close, knock it down. Otherwise, make a play on it.
That's such a big deal to me that Joe Burrow can go, all right, I want the go route. And we often hear the phrase, if he's even, he's leaving. But I want everyone to understand, like, that ball is out of his
go
hands.
get it.
That ball is out of his hands. That is not even. That corner's in a bail technique and running. This is what was impressive to me the most. Not only the ball comes out. All right, he's at the 22-yard line. The DB's at about the 20. You want to talk about closing speed, Key. This is that trust. Within 20 yards, he goes from 2 yards behind the corner to 2 yards past the corner. So very much so on the same page, being able to beat man coverage, but also that trust level of, hey, I'm going to let my guy go make a play.
He got the french fries, the meal, and the dessert.
Value menu.
You guys are making me hungry. Let's get Marcus back in here as we pick this game tonight. And Dan and Key have actually already submitted their selections. They're both going with the Bengals. Marcus, who do you have?
Yeah. I have the Cincinnati Bengals too, L Boogie, 31-17. And listen, a part of it is that connection, but I think we need to pay some attention to what the Cincinnati Bengals are doing from a defensive standpoint. This defensive line is getting after people, and they're making plays on the back end as well. And I want to acknowledge those guys, because when we start talking about complete teams, let alone in this division with Baltimore and obviously the Buffalo Bills, you're going to need to bring everything. And I think the Cincinnati Bengals are trending in that direction. Confident in the offense, this defense is starting to come along as well.
This is a little tough for me because I feel like at some point this season, the Jaguars are going to put it together. It's not going to be tonight, though. I'm picking the Bengals as well. A lot of it has to do with that Burrow and Jamar Chase connection that everybody's been talking about. And in fact, Joe Burrow has a 99 QBR in connecting with Jamar Chase this year. He has a 39 QBR with anybody else. I think that's the big key. By the way, SBI agrees with us. Yeah, it's really good. They're giving Cincinnati a 69% chance of winning this one tonight at home. We got more coming your way on NFL
with the
Live.
computers.
Yeah, well, that's always kind of scary for us, though, by the way. Reinforcements are on the way for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. It's been a shaky start, but they're going to get some guys back. We'll talk about it next on NFL Live. Hey, you're watching NFL Live.